Welcome back to This Week. I am pleased to be joined by my friend from Ukraine, Christina Katrakis, a true guardian angel, an ambassador of the Foundation for United Nations SDG, in charge of humanitarian aid. Christina Katrakis, and here in studio, my longtime friend, David Van Hooser. Christina, you look fantastic. 2.5 years you've been there providing aid, providing help. How is your daily routine? How is life on a daily routine in Ukraine now as the war continues?
Bob, unexpected. First of all, so good to see you and hear you and connect once again. It's, every time I see you guys, it's like being home, It's a little piece of United States, Tennessee. So it means a lot to me. But it's unexpected. You don't know what's going to happen, how it's going to be. Like this last night, because I'm not in Kiev right now. I'm on the mission trip, and my son Mark is with me, and we're kind of eastward bound because you probably know that things are moving and shifting and changing, and Ukrainian armed forces are now going towards Kursk. I think the agenda is to eliminate their airfields that send missiles onto Ukrainian civilians. But in the process, they're also helping locals who were absolutely abandoned by Russian government, and they have no food, no water. So once again, Ukrainians are now helping Russian civilians, which is, crazy. But
what's the
so
feeling?
We're constantly moving and shifting. This night we had drones flying over around 1 a.m. and airplanes. So it's scary, but after 2.5 years, we kind of used to it. Mark is like, "Mom, should we go to the basement?" I said, "Yeah, I think it's a good idea." Like the drone is next to our window, so probably we should go to the basement. But it's Bob, it's hard to explain because you probably seen recently, and I'm sure David shared it with you. Russians continue to target civilians, innocent children, sick children, cancer-ill children. I mean, we're talking about Akhmedat, hospital, children's hospital that was targeted by Russian missiles. And these kids suffer enough. They're already ill. They're already in desperate condition, and all they need is to be additionally targeted by Russian missiles. If that's not terrorism, I don't know what it is.
David,
Christina,
David was there in April, and you were there 2 years ago.
Yes.
How different was it for you in April of this year compared to 2022?
Well, I think to play off of what Christina said, nobody's complacent, but you get used to air raid sirens and that sense of war at your doorstep. At the same time, you can't be foolish about it. You can't be, you still have to be cautious about it. But I saw and Christina probably sees this too, a resolve among the Ukrainian people that they will not be overcome, they will not be bullied. And that's just average person on the street. I would imagine even more so for the people that Christina sees on a daily basis, people who are hurting, suffering, hungry, victims of, they can't live at home anymore and all that. So probably even more so for those people, there's a resolve that has really stuck with them and has taken root. And that's one thing I was seeing the beginning of when I originally went there, and I'm seeing now.
Christina, the resiliency we see from you and your family is unbelievable, and we see it through your country as these folks are going through unbelievable terror every day. How does a mental aspect happen? How do these people keep focused on their daily lives and yet see this war coming at them on a daily basis?
Well, Bob, I really enjoyed what Lindsey Graham, Republican senator, and Richard Blumenthal said recently. They visited Ukraine. They had a meeting with President Zelensky, and Lindsey Graham said something that really touched me as an American. He said, "We used to be like that. We used to fight till the end for freedom, for our country. I don't know what happened to America. We got a little easy going on this." And I'm so proud to see this in Ukrainians because they remind me what America stood for and should stand for. And so I really welcome this bilateral movement on the side of the United States, where we see, Lindsey from Republican side and Richard from Democrat side uniting and showing that support that Ukrainian people need right now and deserve much more, So they're courageous people. I think they're the bravest people right now in the world. Once Americans used to be that way, and I hope we will be again. And I hope we will learn from Ukrainians and will offer our shoulder, our hand, and defend democracy, because really right now the whole world depends on it. It's not just Ukraine, right? We have China and Taiwan on one hand, we have Iran on the other hand, and every power is looking for the weakness. And if we show weakness, if we show that we are not standing for democracy, not standing for the light, the world will crumble.
Hang with us, Christina. Our conversation with Christina and David continues in a moment. As we go to break, Christina tells you the importance of Be the Light.
For more than 2.5 years, USA-based NGO Be the Light is saving lives in Ukraine during the war. We focus on civilians at the front lines. We focus on internally displaced people, children, elderly, people with disabilities, even animals that were abandoned at the front lines. We help hospitals, military hospitals at the front lines, saving lives of the civilians' kids daily because of the constant shelling and missiles from the Russian side. As you know, Russians are targeting civilians. They're targeting innocent children. They're targeting children's hospitals. This is a war against humanity. And we believe that this is our mission as Americans, mission as humans. We are the bearers of democracy and light. Right now, we are focusing more and more on helping hospitals, on helping medics at the front lines. Our latest mission is to gather funds for the frontline hospital that saves lives of heavily wounded civilians and military. We urge you to join in and help. We are a 501c3 USA NGO, so all your donations are completely tax deductible. God bless you. Thank you. Please join our mission and be the light. Let's save lives.